Hey, good morning. It's Joyce at Delightful Quilting and Sewing, a quilting dealer in Avon, New York. And I can't believe it's Wednesday. It's not Tuesday, but this is another edition of Tech Tuesday. So yesterday I was spending time in my studio sewing, working on a one block wonder with pieces left over from the quilt that I showed you last week with the peacocks on it that I used metallic thread. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about procedures and keeping things kind of organized here in your quilting studio. So we all have certain procedures, like, we get up in the morning and we have our cup of coffee. Hey, what do you think of my cup? Think of it as a power tool with thread. This was a gift from my friend Chris up in Alaska, who had two knolting machines that she rented time on. So that was a little gift. Love it. Anyway, so that's one of the things that we might do as a procedure for our personal selves. Get up, have a cup of coffee. And then at the end of the day, of course, before we go to bed, we get out our toothbrush and our toothpaste and brush our teeth and wash our face and whatever else we do before we go to bed. But I wanted to talk about procedures with our Longarm. And I have a system that I use. Maybe I should call it a system rather than procedures, and how I leave my machine at the end of the day so it is ready for me to start the next day. So when I shut off the machine right here the other day, the NV, when I got done with it, I always go through the same procedure so that I'm ready to start the next day. So I pulled the thread out of the machine, back of the take-up lever. You can see the thread is gone. And what I did was I kind of wound it around the handle right here several times. You can see the thread right there, and it's wound around the handle so that it's ready for me to warm up when I start it up the next time. I also took the bobbin out, bobbin case, bobbin out. And what I will do before I actually warm up the machine is I'll take the bobbin out of the bobbin case, slip the bobbin case back into the machine, and then warm it up. And then the last thing that I do before I leave my machine is, yes, I unplug it from the wall. You might not realize it, but the circuit board in your machines is not covered by the warranty. There is no warranty on the circuit board. So if there's a spike, a storm, or whatever, and the circuit board goes, you end up paying. And some of these circuit boards are very expensive. So that's my end of the day procedure. So my startup procedure, of course, in the morning when I come back would be to take my cord and plug it into the wall. And then I can go back and turn my machine on. I have it already unthreaded from the night before, and I'll slip my bobbin case in. So then all I have to do is I have to turn it on to the manual speed and just let it warm up. So that's basically my procedure for working with my machine, my system for being organized at the end of the day and the beginning of the day when I start. So those procedures are outlined in our book, Guide to Quilting with Your Knolting. If you have the book, it's on page 88. Start of the day, end of the day procedure, where I talk about the system that I use to keep me on track for my quilting in the studio. So there's lots of other tips in the book as well, and it's available on our website, www.delightful-qs.com. So have a great day quilting today. I'll see you next week on Tech Tuesday. Hopefully on Tuesday I'll remember. And have a great week. Happy quilting.